Hello, welcome back to Distant Worlds 2. We are continuing our playthrough here as the Wekkarus and are currently engaged in a fairly significant war. A little unfortunate how rough it is. Maybe we can sneak this in. Right, only retreat then. Gonna head over to the other side of the planet here. Maybe we can get away with colonizing this anyway. Have to do a little manual control here, but that's okay. As long as we keep our distance, we might be able to pull this off. There we go. Colonize. Alright, we're gonna head back over here. Get this going. We are in the middle of a war. We're cash positive. Quite a bit, actually, even though our war weariness is pretty abysmal. My hope is that we can start making some gains over in this area. Not 100% on that, but we're gonna try. All right, so we did colonize that and convert that to us. They lose their mining station. All is right in the world. All right, so they are capturing my colonies, which I'm not a fan of. I really would want to recapture them. If we look at our fleets, we could see, some of our fleets are brand new. They're being assembled and positioning where they need to position. Some of these other fleets, I don't know what they're doing. Invasion fleets, hopefully, are mostly loading troops. This guy's invading a planet. Two of them are invading a planet. I mean, if you're right there, just go invade it. It just doesn't seem to make that much sense. We need to make some positive progress because our weariness is ticking down way too much. Okay. So we're just gonna manually control these things for a little while. Well, at least the one that has a bunch of troops on it. The rest of them can keep loading up troops however they see fit. Free trade agreement. I will go ahead and take those. That might make people a little bit happier. This guy trying to invade over here. He will probably succeed. These are very small planets. But we're going to immediately take it back. And then we also need to find Corellia 1. So we're going to look at enemy targets. Colonies, sort by name. Corellia 1, where are you at? Okay, another outpost. In the middle of our territory. That was bold. Did we manage to fight them off? We apparently did. Either fought them off or scared them off, either way. Alright, let's go take our little planet back here. Got some action over here now. Let's see if we can mark these for clearing. Get that system cleared out. Can't queue any invasions over here yet just because we don't have any troops that are capable of it at the moment. They are offering to end the war that they started. That would allow us to focus on the Daewoo. I do kind of want to see what planet they captured. Loritos 1. I looked at it, I just don't remember where it is. Alright, it was a carbonaceous planet with almost no population, and it was in one of their core systems to begin with, so I'm actually quite fine with them keeping that. They want peace. Are they willing to give me anything? No. But I could probably buy stuff from them. 2 million, that's probably a little too much. Alright, we're at peace with them, but not with the Daewoo. Okay, we took back our planet. Load these troops back up. Alright, so all they took were 2 outposts and we took them back. I think now we need to start applying some pressure and taking some of their territory. This seems like this cluster here seems like a good spot to start. Oh, they're getting in there, man. They're running out of fuel, but they're getting there. All right, let's come over here and invade this planet. Our reputation's gone up a lot. So, actually, to the point where I think I have some wiggle room to bombard some more colonies. So we're actually going to bombard this a little to knock some defenses down before I invade. I don't think we need to be up here anymore because our line is pushed much further down now. I think maybe over here might be a good spot to... That is a home base. Let's look at the available spaceports we can build. We want to build one everywhere we can. All right, we are flipping into the positive here, which is good. What I figure I'll take over, they tried to declare peace already, but, you know, they brought this on themselves. So I think what I'm going to do is take over maybe a couple systems and then give them the peace that they're looking for. And that gives us time to regroup. We definitely need to get this war weariness down. So I wouldn't mind going to peace, but we also need to make sure we're restocking our troops effectively. Let's just bombard that. Take a free trade agreement. Oh, that was way more aggressive than I thought it was going to be. But that's fine. Okay, we got our troops reloaded. Let's just head right to the next planet, bombard, and take over. How much rep hit? A little bit of rep hit, but nothing too crazy. You know what? The other thing, I could never find the artifact that I was looking for. It wasn't like in our list here, but I think after reloading the game, maybe it is now. Maybe? No. It was like the soldier or something, but I'm not seeing it. Okay, the soldiers are wiped out. We can stop with the bombardment and start with the invasioning. Can take them out real quick. It's just the planetary population. All right, we got this planet taken over. There was a planet that was colonized that I missed. Head over there and build up this facility real quick. Shouldn't be that big of a deal, but always worth doing this. All right, let's go ahead and look at our leader. I want to see where's he at? Like, what's his skill? All right, so we're at 26%, 19%. Group recruitment rate is nice, given where we're at, and colony happiness, always good. So this is a great leader. I'm hoping the next 300 years we can use him just fine. We'll see how it goes. Okay, we got, hopefully we're loading more troops here. They're probably earmarked for somebody else, but I'm going to manually transfer them to the fleet that is currently sitting right above them. And then we're going to take off and go invade something else. All right, they're loaded. Move on to the next planet. Thinking over here is probably next. How's this rep holding up? Not great. All right, we're going to try to just invade because it's only 2 troops. Let my rep recover from the constant bombardments. All right, another new colony founded. We are up to 189 and growing. Just pop in and invade. That was pretty easy. We'll just keep pushing in this direction. Looks like our not our allies anymore, but these other empires are starting to push down in this direction, try to gain some ground here. I might just wipe them out so they stop being a pain. I think we'll take maybe one more planet, like this planet here, and then go to peace with them, kind of regroup, and then let our war awareness tick down, rebuild some fleets, rebuild some troops, and then go back to war. All right, let's go bombard. We do want to soften this one up a little bit, just because they have a lot of stuff here. You know, we could use some of the money we have to negotiate a deal and buy back some of these things. Well, not buy back, but just buy some of these things. So, like these mining stations, probably worth... Hoping we get there relatively soon. It's a little bit of money. All right, we got some of those in our control. All right, now we're softening them up pretty good. All right, let's go invade. Oh yeah, you're getting annihilated, buddy. Sorry. You ain't making it. All right, these guys all kind of flipped over to my side. Scoop up whatever troops we can. It's a pretty populated planet. Alright, that's probably good for now. Let's go ahead and get to peace. Took over several of their colonies. Let's... No, I don't want to send you a gift. What just happened there? Oh, boy. Negotiated deal. Alright, we want peace. Can we get anything out of this? They never, like, they really want peace more than anything. So I'm a little shocked the AI doesn't, like, be more willing to give some mining stations over. We'll just grab a couple of them for now. All right, we are at peace, thankfully. What is going on? I don't know what is happening here. That was like spazzing out, going all over the place. All right, we're good now. Don't double click that. All right, the Freedom Alliance is asking me to join. I am not interested. If anything, I might go to war with the Freedom Alliance, wipe them all out, and get it down to just us. We're at 58%. The Scarans and Daewd are at like 45% each, roughly. Look at their relationships. So they do have a defense pact. So there's no way to go to war with one and not the other. Alright, let's put you back on invade, let you roam around and load troops. Alright, hopefully we'll be able to build this soon. As the war awareness ticks down, our cash is just going to become more and more into the positive, which is great. Looks like civilian ships, they are going ham and building a ton of those. Take a look at the construction yards. If we look at the wait time, we can see, yeah, all sorts of stuff getting built here. We got some repairs and retrofitting going on here. Heavy carrier's almost done, so I'm hoping we'll be able to get that loaded up pretty soon. You can see our troop attack strength has just been ticking up and up and up and up, which is good because we need them for the invasion fleets. I think I'm gonna keep, I'm gonna use my money for the next little while just to buy as many stations as they're willing to sell me. I know that's giving my enemy money, but at the same time, I think it's worth getting the stations for pretty cheap overall. There's not that many of them. It's 610,000. We get all those stations. Let's talk to the Daewd if we can. Try to negotiate a deal with them. All right, we're at 1.1 mil. That's probably aggressive enough for now. Okay, got a bunch of those mining stations under our belt now. Let's look at our mining resources real quick. So we own not quite half of the known hexadorium. Looks like we are still expanding here. Probably just take out these pirates and be done with them. All right, I'm gonna manually attack them. We have non-aggressions with these two, so we don't need to worry about them. Not that the pirates are a threat, I just want to get rid of them, get them off the map. What are these guys doing over here? Refueling their fleet? Alright, Iron Star is destroyed. I'm guessing 6 hasn't started loading troops yet just because they still have a ship under construction. My guess is they'll start loading troops once that's done. I'm just going to queue up a ton of military, let them build. Actually, doesn't one of these have like a group facility? A military academy. Oh, that's my capital. Somebody else had something military. Okay, we have finally hit 200 colonies and growing. And there they go, declaring war on us again. Now, the Daewt did not... That's an offensive war. So the Daewt are not obliged to help them out. Alright, well, if you're gonna come after me, I'm gonna come in swinging here. Alright, we're gonna get a couple fleets over there, start mopping that up. I want to take all of this chunk now and just get this whole section in my empire, and then maybe we'll focus on getting all this in there and then pushing over here, cleaning them up. I don't like border gore, so if I can clean that up, that'd be great. We're kind of scattered all over the place around here, but if I push from this direction and then come here, like we're putting a lot of pressure on their capital. Oh, they took one of my colonies right away. Escalon. All right, well, I mean, that was Definitely in their territory. But that's fine. Territory's relative. Alright, I'm thinking we reposition our attack fleets. Because they're stationed up here, but then they gotta fly through a nebula. I think if we position over in this area, we'd be better off. Maybe even down here. Okay. That's your home base. You're gonna move down here. And then you'll be here for now. I think maybe they just really didn't like me hitting 100 or 200 colonies. Private cash flow is going off the chain now, so I think they're going to be good for the rest of the game. All right, let's build more spaceports. More spaceports means more research. We're about to get ultimate troop transport. I actually think we're going to be able to mostly make it. One of these guys is running out of fuel, but I think he could limp along. And I still feel like they're trying to recover. I'm a little surprised they declared war on me, given that our fleet power is way higher than theirs. Yeah, they're at like 1.4 million, and we're at 8. Alright, where's this guy at? He's pretty close. We'll let him refuel before we take off and do anything else. Alright, Cone's under our control. Let's refuel while we're right here. Load troops. Then we'll do a quick refuel. Right, we do not have a lot of troops on this, so we're gonna have to figure that one out. Refuel here. We must have lost the transport there. All right, you're limping along, but you'll get there. Little surprised that this guy is banged up as he is. Alright, let's go invade this planet real quick. It'll put this whole system under our control. And we should be good to keep pressing forward from there. I mean, they attacked me. I didn't declare war on them. Their own fault. Let's upgrade this to a planet. Right, that guy's getting refueled. Should be in good shape. Alright, we're gonna fly over here, take this planet over. Waited for this guy to get repaired. Not flying anywhere without any engines. And I don't want the whole fleet like waiting for him to invade. Yeah, they still only have taken that one planet. Alright, our troops are getting a little banged up here. But hopefully we'll be okay. I think we can get at least a couple more planets. I'm gonna bombard this to soften it up a little bit, and then we'll invade. Our reputation's gone up. Non-aggression treaty broken. I didn't break anything. They declared war on me. Alright, we've definitely dropped their defenses a bit here. Go ahead and invade. And now our troops won't land at half health. Which makes a big difference if you're trying to leap from planet to planet to planet. Alright, I think this guy's as fixed up as he's getting. So we can move on to the next planet on this guy. I'm feeling like this is probably the next move. Oh yeah, this is a pretty beefed up planet. Let's bombard it first, just to soften it up a touch. Alright, we'll head over here and take this planet. Nothing fancy here, we should be able to just invade it. Once the defenses start dropping like a rock, I know I'm pretty good to invade at this point. Alright, all this stuff is under our control. Could be a nice little bump across the board. Alright, another new colony founded here. This was kind of a no-brainer. Alright, let's go take this. It'll be a very straightforward invasion. Now with you guys, we just gotta come over here. Oh boy. There's a lot of planets in this system. I think we take this, then we take this. I don't know how my defense fleet lost so many ships. All right, these guys are all loaded up here. Let's move on to the next. Were these guys I told to refuel at the Capitol? Yes. So you guys get 20,000 troops on you. You can head over here. Go invade this planet. All right, you guys are gonna have to tap out for a little bit because you are low on troops. But we got a relief pitcher coming in. Do want to get these captured. Get this whole section under our control. All right, another new colony founded. Looks like our colony ships are just swinging in right behind our invasion fleets. All right, I'm thinking we go back this way and take these couple, and that'll get all this under our control. They are really not happy. Kind of their own fault. So why does it say they have a planet here? Oh, they do. Interesting. Shows up as my color. Oh, because I also have a planet there. Well, it's no surprise they want to go to peace, but I'm not going to let them quite yet. All right, let's go take this one over. This is another weak planet we could pretty easily take. Bet you they're probably regretting declaring war on me now. We are about to go invade over here. Alright, that's under my control now. Nice consolidated borders. Well, sort of. I think there's probably still some room over here to clean up. If I take this planet, it should connect all of these guys together. Maybe that's where I'll go next. Alright, this colony is under my control. What is this? Look at the artifacts. Colony defense, war weariness reduction, ground defense strength. Not ground offense strength, unfortunately. Speaking of which, we gotta look at some of our techs. Alright, you're trying to load up troops from there. I do not want you to do that. I want you to do that. Alright, we're gonna knock out all these Diplo techs real quick. And if I don't do it now, I'm never gonna do it. Luke, it's the only one I don't have queued up. Let's go invade this planet. We should have maybe enough troops to take this whole system. I hope we do, because that's really the last thing I'm holding out for. This is just kind of an added bonus. Alright, well, you guys ain't getting away. Alright, looks like we're not quite consolidated yet, but let we come over here and take this. I bet we will be. Alright, I am gonna start bombarding these just because I am a little tight on troops and I just want to make sure they're sufficiently softened up for me to invade without having to resupply here. Alright, that invasion was much easier. A little bombardment goes a long way. We will recover from that. It's fine. Our reputation will be... we have plenty of money anyway. It doesn't really matter that much anymore. Alright, we got troops loaded back up. Reload those troops. We got one more planet in the system. We actually probably could just invade this one with what we got. Alright, it's a little janky, but not terrible. Alright, I think I'm ready to go to peace. As soon as I invade this planet. We at least have contiguous borders here. Sort of. A little bit of funny stuff going on here, but nothing too crazy. Okay, this is now in my control. Which means you can go back to doing that. Okay, so all this is considered my territory now. We are ready for peace. So we got all those colonies. They got one of our colonies, which was a new colony that didn't have anything built on it. So I think we far and wide came out ahead in that deal. We are going to try to buy up as many stations as we feasibly can. And I'll take that planet as well. That's 6 mil. They're willing to take it just for that, for almost exactly cost. What do you think of this deal? We bought every mining station they have. They're down to 89 planets. They're still at war with all these guys too. So that's a little surprising. All right, let's recap where we're at and call it an episode for today. We have 6 invasion fleets. They're all at various stages of loading troops. I feel like our troops are not replenishing as quick as they did in other campaigns. I don't really know what's going on there. All right, our allies are, limping along, trying to do what they can with the range that they have, but the only person within range is me, so I don't really think they have much of an opportunity to do anything here. But we got a little activity down here. Maybe they'll make some progress. But we definitely knocked back the Boskarans quite a bit. We took over all this territory, took over some of this stuff, and over here. I think in the next go round, which I'm sure they will, because they declared war on us. We didn't declare war on them. We might, if they declare war on us again, I think we'll push over into this area, maybe take their capital, kind of go from there. The Dayut, we've been holding them at bay. They didn't declare war on us, so they must be, somewhat threatened by us. I think between episodes, what I want to do is, I don't know who I want to go to war with next. Let's look at our victory conditions. So we are 65%. I think 1 or 2 good wars and we'll be done. But we could see the Boskarans are pushed all the way back to 39%. And the Dayut are at 44%. So there's a good probability that we'll eke out a win here in the next episode or 2. But we'll leave it at that for today. So thank you for watching. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, see more content in the future, and we will catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.